next guest used TikTok to land a book deal. Since then, she released Lightlark, which became a best-selling and soon-to-be movie. Now she's back with the sequel. It's called Nightbane, and it's one of the most anticipated young adult novels of the year. Please welcome back to the show, Alex Aster. Exciting.
I'm so excited.
Your life just keeps getting better and better.
It's changed since the last time I was here.
Yeah.
Honestly, thanks to your show a lot too. So
oh,
thank
no,
you for having me.
You, girl. Look at you're right. I love this. So I have to ask. Yeah. That's my favorite thing I learned. So you name your villains in your books off of people you don't like.
So
you should have been a songwriter. I'm just saying.
So Kelly, I follow the Taylor Swift rule of writing. If you do not want a song or a book written about you, don't be mean. Don't be mean to writers.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's your fault. That's on you.
Yeah. In reality, I always need names. Like when you're writing a book, sometimes you use a filler name. And so I just kind of thought one day, I need a name for the villain. And I was like, I don't really like that person. Maybe they would be the good person to like fit in there.
Yeah.
They don't usually end up in the final copy. One, because I don't want to be sued. And
you are smart as well.
Okay. And two, because their names are never that interesting. Like I write fantasy, so you can't have like a Chad be the villain of like a fantasy book.
Because Chad wears a puka shell necklace. Yeah.
It's not like competing in a deadly game. So so I usually do change it, but it's a habit that I've developed and I post a lot about it. And so the funny part is that thousands of people will comment on my posts with name suggestions.
Oh my God, they're like, please.
Yes, please, like Julie, or like they'll just name. So I have a whole list of names. I don't even need to think about the people in my own life anymore. Yes.
Well, catch us up on the series. What's going on right now?
So for anyone that isn't familiar, Lightlark is about an island that appears once every 100 years to host a game where 6 rulers fight to break their deadly curses. So to break them all, one of the 6 rulers has to die and one will win unmatched power. So there's adventure, romance, big plot twists. You don't know who's lying until the very last page. And Nightbane, the next book, which is out now, starts exactly where Lightlark ends. So you can almost read it like a giant book.
Yes.
And like the last time I was here, I said it's being made into a movie franchise by Universal and the people behind very big young adult series that you might know.
That's amazing. Yeah. I'm so excited for you.
Yeah, I'm so excited too. I was here exactly a year ago and it was just the beginning of Lightlark and now Nightbane's coming out. So it's really a full circle moment.
What was your like favorite genre? Like growing up, what was your favorite book genre?
My favorite book genre growing up was the genre I'm writing in now, young adult fantasy.
That makes sense.
My favorite book was Twilight. Growing up,
I love that.
That was the first book that I ever read that I was like, wow, reading can be really fun. And so I set out to write books that could really be escapist and like get people out of their normal world.
Yeah.
So that's what I write now.
Get people interested in reading as well.
Yes, exactly.
Because a lot of people like the young adult fantasy, that kind of thing. So
yes, adults read it too. Like most of the
oh, I read all that too, My mother and I are big into that. We always, I love a series. I hate when it's one book. I'm like, ah.
Now you can read both books and like just combine them both. Yeah.
I love that. I love a series. So I heard that you also said Gen Zers are like different types of readers.
Yes. So
what do you mean?
I think that people think that now with social media, people's attention spans and like kids aren't reading.
Yeah.
But now in the last few years, it's honestly the opposite. And it's kind of funny because social media is getting people reading. So my books were discovered on social media and so many more millions of books are being discovered. And these people now are becoming readers. Like you said, you just need one book to get you into reading and then you're a lifelong reader. So people are discovering my books on social media and they're becoming readers. So it's really interesting how social media now is making people read, whereas I think the public perception is that Gen Z isn't reading, but they're reading now more than ever. Book sales are up, so it's great. Yeah.
It is interesting too for any generation. I just think it has to be something you're interested in, right? Because my sister, even we were talking about this today, and you know, we're both over 40, and she was like, you know, I never really liked reading until you showed me, and I don't know if it was Jane Austen or Jane Eyre or something that was as an author of the book, but I don't know which one it was, but she was like, it really got me in, and then that thing opened up. Now she reads more books than I will ever read in my entire life.
You just need that one
I'm like, how do you have the time? I'm like,
I know, and so I was honestly writing the books that I wanted to read, and so that's
the
like
best thing to do.
Yeah,
that's like how I want to make shows. They're like, we should do a show, and I'm like, but I want to make one I want want to watch.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that when it starts from that place, it can always be good because there's people like you who would want to read it or watch it.
Absolutely, it's relatable. So do your fans come up with theories for your books? Do you get, like, as well as names, do they often send you ideas?
Yes, and actually only 2 people know, like, how the series ends, and I have to keep it a secret because I'm just so afraid that people will know. Like, there's a love triangle in the book, and people are very fiercely, like, Team Oro or Team Grimm, and so people want to know who she ends up with. Yeah. So I have to keep it a secret. As much as I share on social media, I have to keep some stuff secret about the plot.
But my mother's the worst. My mother, like, when you said the last page, you find out on the last page, my mother starts at the last page. I'm not kidding. Oh, no. She has a giant spoiler. She's like, oh, I just went to the end to see what they're, and I was like, well, you missed the whole ride. Like, the whole, I was like, it drives me nuts when she does that. So I'm going to tell her not to start with the last page. Do you have any advice for, like, aspiring writers? Because you came in the industry in a very different way.
Yes. Yeah. I always say never give up. I started writing books when I was 12 years old. This has been my dream since I was a child, and it didn't work. I got hundreds of rejections with every book. And this book, Lightlark, was rejected by 16 publishers. Almost every single publisher rejected it, and now it's been a New York Times bestseller for over a straight year. So, like, you just never know.
You gotta find someone who believes in it.
And it's because of the readers. They did this. So as long as you put yourself out there, you don't need to wait for the gatekeepers to let you in. You can truly, especially now with social media and self-publishing, you can create your own destiny. And so I truly advise anyone who's writing, just put your work out there. You never know what's gonna happen.
Absolutely, and it's interesting you mentioned Taylor earlier. Yeah. She, well, there's been a lot of Taylors on the show. But it's interesting because I remember hearing in Nashville, she got turned down by so many people and then finally got her opportunity. And that's just the biggest star on the planet.
You just need one yes.
Yeah, you need one yes and you need a team that believes in it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think it's a really cool thing to tell people too because people can give up or get disheartened, you know, pretty easily, especially creative people. Yeah. Well, all right, Nightbane, the sequel to the best-selling book Lightlark is available now. Y'all gotta go check it out, get a copy.